I'm Mike Iaconelli.
Josh Wich.
And we're fishing under the gun.
Stay tuned. I've got an idea. I know how we can get 10 fish in 30 seconds.
You do? Well, tell me about it.
I got an M200.
M200? Well, what the heck are you going to do with that thing?
Go ahead and light it.
Mike Iaconelli and Josh Wich are going for 10 to win on the Under the Gun 5-hour challenge. Will this be the days of grace?
I'm going to give this one a good one. You ready for this one?
All right.
Or will the bass leave these boys up in smoke?
Okay. 5 hours to catch, what do we got to catch? 10, right?
10. Yep.
All right, come on,
10.
we can do this. All right, Josh, so we got our water temperatures about 48 degrees. I mean, we're on the cusp of wintertime here. You know, this is what you call late fall. So, what do you think about where they're going to be here today? What do you think?
I think they're going to be moving towards the deeper water. Well, deeper is relevant. It's what, 6 foot here?
Yeah.
So, I think they're going to be close to that.
I really think look at that ball, dude. Look, he's eyeballing us. Look at that. So you know, dude, I always say the first bite's critical. You know, it's hard until you get that first fish, and once you figure out that first bite, it starts pointing in a direction. You know.
Definitely.
You know, a lot of times in the spring, I'll start shallow and work my way out until I connect with them. But in the fall, in the late fall, I like to do the opposite. A lot of times I like to start where they winter and then work my way back until we connect with them. So I think that's what we're going to do here in the beginning. We're starting the deepest water, the deepest, most vertical break area of this lake, which, like you said, is about 6-7 feet, and then we'll just keep working shallow, you know, until we connect with the fish. I like it. We'll keep an eye on that temperature gauge too. You know, in the early spring and the late fall, just a little bit of variation in that temperature can make a big difference. You know, so we're at 48.5. Let's just keep our eye on it and see what happens. It's like, cast at me!
I'm a stump. I'm a stump.
Think there's any spawners out here?
I think so. Fall spawn. Late fall.
Hump right there. Perfect. Right on it. The big sandbar right there. Feel that?
Watered up.
Yeah.
Blacked out.
Yeah. There's a lot. There's this weird algae bloom going on right now. We're going to have to contend with that today. I mean, this water's definitely got color to it compared to what it normally is, you know?
Yeah, it does.
It's like dark. We may have to alter colors a little bit, put a little color in some of this stuff to brighten it up. Thing we got to think about, you know, all this algae and all this plankton that the bait's feeding on, it's all getting blown that way, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
It's the other thing, we're not only fishing for our first bass bite, but we're just fishing for bites. You know, I know we talked about this a lot before, but there's a theory I call circle of life theory, And it's when you start getting bites, you get around the fish, you know? So even if it's bluegill, if it's pickerel, if it's perch, a lot of guys will get disgusted. But that just clues me in on where the fish are at, you know? So, and we got to keep switching baits today too. That's the other thing, you know? I don't think we could get, I don't want to get satisfied today with just fishing one deal. We got to kind of keep switch swapping, see what they want. It's a nice thing about having two guys in the boat kind of working in unison, you know? You can cover a lot of different zones, use a lot of different baits. Here, you come out with an idea of what the seasonal pattern is, but ultimately you got to fish everything, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Too many guys get too locked into what they should be doing, you know? You come out, you launch the boat, 48-degree water temp, they got to be deep. But you know, every year is different, every day is different, you know? And it changes throughout the day. That's the deal. We gotta just try everything until we get our first couple bites. That's gonna tell us what we need to do. You got one? Yep. There you go. First fish of the day, that's on the trap. Well, that's a good one. That's a good one. 12 inches. New Jersey state law, 12 inches. That's the key. Here you go.
They did knock the slack on it. I was on a bang
On a vibration bait too. Show them how it's hooked too. That's good when you got them hooked like that.
Well, it's still out now, but no, there's number one.
It's about 14 inches.
Hopefully we'll get some bigger ones.
Yeah.
He knocks a lot of slack on it.
That's good. That's good. And you know, the thing about it, and it happens a lot, is when you're fishing, you get excited, you catch that first fish, you're all pumped up, but you really need to pay attention to what happened there, you know? So we're in 3.5 feet, we're on a wind-blown point, shad-colored vibration bait. How are you retrieving it? About a medium retrieve?
Yeah, it's about a medium retrieve.
So like all those things, you gotta remember them. It's hard because you get excited, but you know, and then that's the first piece of the puzzle. Now hopefully we can take that fish and expand on it, you know?
Yeah, he was feeding like it was a feast or famine type deal. He knows he doesn't have much longer to
Yeah.
run around and feed up like that.